Hello and welcome to the latest update of the sugarcane rainfall outlook for the Far North Sugarcane District. This presentation will be covering recent rainfall amounts recorded so far in May, then the forecast rainfall over the short term. We'll then look at the June and July rainfall outlooks in detail before a short summary of the longer term winter rainfall outlooks and climate drivers. During May, we've seen rainfall totals of 25 to 40 millimetres around Mosman and Cairns. Rainfall totals across the tablelands have been very modest, with only 1 millimetre recorded at Mareeba and 20 to 30 millimetres through Atherton and Malanda. Month-to-date rainfall totals have been well below average so far, as shown by the red dots on the right, with most locations receiving only 20 to 35% of their median monthly rainfall totals, dropping as low as 10% or less over the northern tablelands. Looking ahead to the short-term forecast, and here we have 3-day rainfall accumulation totals from this Friday to Sunday on the left, Monday to Wednesday in the middle panel, and Thursday to Saturday next week on the right. A southeasterly surge is currently enhancing stream showers to the wet tropics. That southeasterly flow will ease on Saturday, with showers largely clearing over the weekend and early next week. A significantly cooler air mass will reach the tropics on Sunday. Coupled with clearer skies, we expect to see a drop in temperatures with single-digit minimums possible for the tablelands on Sunday and Monday, around 8 to 12 degrees below average for May, and minimums around 4 to 8 degrees cooler than average near the coast on Sunday and Monday. Temperatures will gradually warm from midweek, and another southeasterly surge is expected later in the week, bringing another round of showers to the region. Here we have the chance of exceeding 25 millimetres of rainfall over the next fortnight, broken down into week-long periods. You can access these maps on the link above. I've selected 25 millimetres to display here, and on the website there are a number of rainfall thresholds available between 1 millimetre to 700 millimetres to choose from. On the left, week 1 covers from the 29th of May to the 4th of June, and week 2 from the 5th of June to the 11th of June on the right. Around the Mosman region, there's a 10 to 25% chance of 25 millimetres or more in week 1, and for week 2, with higher odds of 25 to 50% around the Daintree coastline and the range inland. Cairns and the Tableland region have a less than 10% chance of 25 millimetres across both weeks. Into the whole of June outlook, and an average to slightly above average chance of exceeding the June median rainfall is predicted, though the model skill at this time of year is only poor to fair. Getting it correct typically 50 to 55% of the time near Mosman and south to Babinda, with the skill level decreasing below 50% through the tablelands. For further information, including point location forecasts, check the Bureau Climate Outlooks page on the link above. This translates into about an equal chance of seeing rainfall close to the historical median for the month, as we can see from this comparison of the 50% chance of at least chart on the left, with the historical median map on the right, both looking fairly similar. Expanding further on the possible June rainfall totals here, with the high chance on the left, a 75% or 3 out of 4 times we can expect to see at least this much through the month of June, and the lower chance totals on the right, the 25% chance or 1 out of 4 times we would expect to see these totals exceeded. Moving on to the month of July now, and a slightly wetter signature is evident in the rainfall outlook, with a moderate to high, around 60 to 70% chance of exceeding the July median rainfall. The model shows improved skill during July compared to June, and is typically correct 55 to 65% of the time. This translates into about an equal chance, or slightly higher, of seeing rainfall close to the historical median for the month, as we can see from this comparison of the 50% chance of at least on the left, with the historical median map on the right. Expanding further on the possible July rainfall totals here, with the high chance on the left, the 75% chance of exceeding, or 3 out of 4 times we can expect to see at least this month through the month of July, and the lower chance totals on the right, the 25% chance, or 1 out of 4 times we are expecting to see these totals exceeded. And a quick snapshot of the rainfall outlook for winter months, June to August as a whole, and we see a high, around 60 to 80% chance of exceeding the median rainfall across winter. The modelling is typically correct 55 to 65% of the time through this forecast period, with a slightly lower skill of around 50 to 55% through the southern tablelands. So what's driving this? We are currently in an El Niño wash, with a 50% chance of El Niño forming later this year, around double the normal likelihood. In recent months we have observed the eastern tropical Pacific waters warming, but we've seen little atmospheric response. All international climate models indicate it is very likely Pacific Ocean temperatures will reach El Niño thresholds during the winter. However, an atmospheric response is also required for an El Niño to be declared by the Bureau. El Niño is normally associated with lower than average winter and spring rainfall over eastern Australia. However, unusually warm waters over the northern Coral Sea are expected to be a stronger climate influence over far north Queensland, increasing the odds of exceeding the median rainfall over the winter period. This translates into an about equal chance, or slightly higher, of seeing rainfall close to the historical median for the winter, as we can see from this comparison of the 50% chance of at least chart on the left with the historical median map on the right. That's it for this update. As always, check the latest forecasts and warnings on the Bureau's website or the BOM Weather app, and be sure to send any feedback through to agriculture@bom.gov.au. We'd love to hear from you. See you next Outlook. Thanks for listening.